Hey, this is Rick and welcome back to another unboxing and review and also a comparison with an older model. So let's get to it. I've got this model right here. It's also made by Philips Norelco. It's the vacuum trimmer. It's got different settings on it. You can see when I turn it, the digital counter goes up in millimeters. Of course, I'm in the US and I hate dealing with millimeters, but it's worked fine. So it goes all the way from 18 millimeters. As you can see, it went up in the air to 1 millimeter, which is basically the trimmer comes right out. And you really don't have much of a guard on there. Also has a little compartment where when you're shaving, the hairs go into here, into this chamber, and then you can open that up and throw it away. There's the increment here on side if you get all bogged down with the digital, and it tells you in inches. That's the conversion, and it says from 1/32 down to 23/32. Now the problem I had was I've had this for a long time. Actually, I've had this probably close to 10 years, I would say. The little door broke on it. They don't make replacement parts to where you can replace these items, and it looks like it's taken a chip here, so I don't remember if I laid it down too hard or it fell off the counter, but it's broken, and every time I try to use it, of course the hair falls out all over the place, which defeats the purpose of the turbo. That's a vacuum that pulls in the hair into this cup so that you don't get it all over your sink or your counter. Now this has served me well, except the battery started to go on it. So now you have to have it plugged in at all times. Another drawback that, I don't really feel like dealing with, so I figured it was time for an upgrade. Well, the old model is measuring 7 inches by 1.75 inches, and the width on it is about 1.5 inches. And of course, when you go to use it, there's your power button, and then you put the turbo on, and that sucks the hair in like I already stated. So that's the old model. So now let's get to the new model. This is also made by Philips Norelco. It's a Series 7200 beard trimmer vacuum system, just like the older one. It's got a lithium-ion battery on there. It's supposed to last longer. It says 80 minutes between charges. I think this was just a regular NiCad, probably for that time and that technology. The actual model number will come up as a BT7215-49. Of course, everything's made in China these days, so that's where this comes from. And I'll try to put that up there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There you go. So let's go ahead and open it up. I just purchased it, and this can be purchased off of eBay and Amazon. It has a nice little thing there. It says it catches up to 90% of cut hair. It shows you how it works, just like the old system. And it also has a guide on there, I guess, from 13/32 to 1/32, it says. So that'll give you the adjustment for your beard length. It says even trim with less strokes. Supposedly it comes with a self-sharpening steel blades, which the other one had, an even trim less stroke guide, and a precision trimmer. And there's the items that come in on the side of it. Detail comb, precision trimmers, and beard comb. Let's go ahead and pull it out. Get out the package. There's a plug, and then it apparently has a little brush, and there's the items, and a little pouch. So we'll see if it came pre-charged. It didn't. So this looks completely different than the other one. As you can look at them side by side, measurement wise they look like they're about the same, except the blade is actually exposed right here on top. So I guess we take the guard out, which would be this here, and instead of it being integrated into the shaver itself when you raise and lower it, I guess you have to clip this on. Looks like it's got little slots right there. And it's got a stainless steel finish here. That just clips on like that. And you can raise and lower it just like the other one. But what that does, it raises the whole guide up also, but it looks like it's easier for you to go ahead and change this blade out if it does go bad. Where the other one, you have to take the whole thing apart to get to it. Now with this one, the older model, you had to pull the head off like that, and you couldn't really get to pull this all apart, and that's how you got to it. Of course, it's a pretty mess right now. It's still got some hair in it. I'll clean it out before we go ahead and we do a actual side-by-side test on it. But that's how you had to pull that apart. So it looks like the newer model is a little easier to put together. And it's got like a little vacuum chamber in there. Now it looks like you don't have any access to get the hair out once it goes in there. There's no trap door like this one was. So maybe that's good, maybe that's bad, I don't know, because we don't have access to be able to get in there, but at least it won't break if it falls over. It looks like it's got some tempered plastic on there. Now how will we get in there to clean out the hair? Okay, so this whole thing pulls off like that, and then you just dump it out. Clean it out probably with your little brush that they gave you. This little guy right here. And that's how you clean it out inside there. Then you put the blade back on. Then the guard goes right back on there. And it shouldn't be difficult to put back on because you can see how the slot is and it widens out. You'll make sure that you put it in the right direction. Alright, so there's a little trimmer piece here too. Small one. And these are little trimmer guards, it looks like. This one actually is a smaller trimmer to cut in probably like on the neckline, the hairline you're trying to clean up. So it looks like this pops off. And you must have to take this blade assembly off. And then this goes right in just like that. So now you have a smaller trimmer, and these little guides here go right on top of there like that. If you have to do like a small area like your mustache or something like that, I would imagine. It also comes with a user manual, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Does show you different ways of sculpting and cutting your beard and mustache. Tells you the guarantee of the product. And I also found another little brush, I guess to clean off the inside of the shaver. It says that you can register your product with Norelco Philips. It has a 5-year warranty offer and a 2-year warranty plus 3 additional years. So this is a registration card, and I guess you just go to them online and fill it out. Okay, so I believe I've gone over this fairly well. We'll go into it into depth a little bit more with the actual using of the product. So stay tuned for that next. Okay, so we're back. Now we're going to do a test on the way the old one was. Now bear with me, I don't have a production company or anything like that. It's just my cell phone on a tripod. So I'm hoping I'm in the shot. Not so much that I want to show myself, but I want to make sure you can see this. Okay, so here's the old trusty faithful one. I'm going to go ahead and put this on, let's call it 1/8 of an inch. I've grown out a little scruff just for this video. You can hear the noise. And there's the turbo. So we'll just go with like maybe a little goatee look here, just to give you an idea of the two shavers. I hope you can see that. You can come in a little closer here. And you can hear this one's getting ready to die, battery again. But there we've got a good portion of it. And that's if you want just like that scruffy look. And you don't feel like shaving all the time. Maybe razors irritate you. That's why electric razors are ideal, these type. And I'm going to go over the goatee portion. And for the sake of this video, I'll even take off half a mustache. Alright, so there you go. And see the door's falling open on me already and the hair is trying to fall out and I'm a freaking mess. So that's that one. We got an idea how that works out. Now let's try the new one. It's been charging for a couple hours now. Hopefully it's got enough charge. I'm going to go ahead and set that dial up like the other one was. There's no digital here, no digital display like the one, like my other one. What it has is it has a little display here. It says 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5. You get the idea all the way up to 10. So that raised that guard up pretty high. So hopefully I get this straight, because if I don't, I'm going to look like a darn fool. We'll take it down to the 3 where the 3 was here, and we'll try it out. Now this doesn't look like it has a turbo button, so it must be already set up. Much quieter than the other model, than the older model. And you can see it going right through there. And something tells me that's not close enough. So I'm going to take it down to, I'm going to guess, it's probably going to kill my mustache. Not that I really have one. We were on 3, let's try 2. So there we go. You know, the guard feels a little bit smoother than the older model, I have to admit. It doesn't seem like it scrapes your skin. That other guard was kind of pointy and it had like forked tines on the front of it. And this thing looks like it does a pretty good job. I'm actually happy with this purchase then compared to the older model. Sometimes newer is better. So I got to give it to Philips Norelco on this one. I'm actually happy with it. The only difference I don't like is you can see the hair gathering in this area here. I've got to take the razor apart to get that hair out, but I probably don't have to do that, I guess, until it gets really full. So you can see in there where it's gathering. Okay, so I've changed out the little trimmer, and you can see that you can cut in, I guess. Yeah, it does fine. Or you can shape the top of your mustache. Now we'll put the little guard on there that it said. And that's got a little slot right there where it clips in. Goes on there like that. And I guess that's for your mustache. And you can get in there and clean your mustache up like that. Or like this, downward. You got a little soul patch there, you can clean that up. Or if you want to straighten up your sideburns. Okay, so that's it. That's my review and my take on this electric razor shaver. Let me know what you think if you buy one. And once again, please subscribe, share with your friends, like my videos. If you want to talk, go ahead and fire me a comment at the end of the comment section. Take care.